All right, everybody. So welcome to another Sunday evening training. I feel like it's always Sunday evening training. Like I feel like I wake up and all of a sudden it's another Sunday evening training. Like it's just amazing to me how quickly the week goes by and time goes by and all that. Now, this coming week has the potential to be a very, very exciting week. And I know most of you know the reason why. For those of you guys that don't know the reason why, is we are experiencing something very, very rare on Tuesday, and that is essentially an immediate re-release of arguably, not even arguably, numerically speaking, based on the numbers, the most popular seasonal shake that we've ever had is coming back on Tuesday, and that's birthday cake. Now, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I'm excited as a customer of Isagenix because I'm down to my last canister. And so we didn't know that birthday cake was coming back this early. In fact, a lot of us thought birthday cake wouldn't come back until next year because rarely will we do a seasonal re-release, especially this close together. And the reason why is just supply and demand. The demand has been absolutely huge. Just type in the chat box, how many of you guys just love the birthday cake flavored shake that just came out in, what was it, March, right? Just unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. The flavor, it tastes like birthday cake. The sprinkles are amazing. It gives it an incredible texture. You can combine birthday cake with a couple of other shakes. Making a birthday cake shake with coconut water instead of regular water is a complete game changer. Here's what I know for sure. Better than cookies and cream. I think it's the best flavor we've ever had. I just do. I think, and that's saying a lot. I've been drinking these shakes for 7 years, right? Thank you, Eden, for the disclaimer. If you're on a weight loss journey, just stick with regular water or have a treat, with some coconut water. One's not gonna hurt you, right? It is unfortunately, it's not a dairy-free shake. It is an isolene shake, so it has the same nutritional profile of the isolene shakes. So for those of you that are plant-based, then unfortunately, you wouldn't want to have this one. However, you could always, if you're doing sip-in samples or healthy happy hours, it's great to have stuff like that on hand so you can sample it out for people that are whey-based or more conventional in their diets, things like that, right? You can make great shake cakes, which sounds fun. So Jess, I'll be anticipating you surprising us with some of those. That's good to know that you can make cakes. You can make protein ball. You can do all of it, right? It's so many good. So no, it's a regular isolene shake, the isolene shake nutritional profile. So it's huge. And here's what we know. We know that it's going to sell out. We know it's going to sell out quickly. We know that you personally, if you drink whey-based shakes, you're going to wish that you ordered more than you do. It happens with everybody. This one especially. I've never seen so many people in our groups, in the general groups, I've never seen so many people regret ordering so few of these shakes because we had no idea, right? We had no idea. We were excited about it. They looked good. It was like, ooh, this is fun. Birthday cake is a really trendy flavor in the whole world right now in terms of all kinds of snacks and foods. And I think all of us got this shake and we were like, whoa. And then we went to go buy more and they were gone. So here's what I'll share with you. Yes, you're going to see some of us promoting in our pages about birthday cake coming out. Here's what is not an effective strategy. What is not an effective strategy is simply tagging your associates and tagging your customers and thinking that that'll be enough to get them to action. So if you're going to tag them, that's fine. It's one exposure, right? Get them thinking about it. But absolutely, personal messages, text messages, DMs, voice notes, whatever. Let your customers who already ordered birthday cake, if you know that they loved it, go right back to them, give them a heads up, make them feel special, make them feel like VIPs, right? Allie is famous for sending drool-worthy photos along with the words drool-worthy. That's one of her kind of go-tos, right? So keep an eye out for those types of things. There's a 100 canister limit for Antonio. Antonio might buy up the entire inventory of birthday cake shakes, guys. So you guys might really want to make sure that your customers take advantage of this. For those of you guys that weren't around during birthday cake shake, you've heard me speak to it already. And again, I've been drinking Isagenix shakes for 7 years. It's hard for me to think of a shake that rivals the birthday cake flavoring. It's hard for me to think of one. It's really that good. So I'm personally stoked that they're coming back. I know the entire field is stoked that they're coming back. I have no idea what inventory is going to be like. I have no idea how long they're going to last. If I were you, knowing that you're going to want to capitalize on this from a business perspective, because seasonal shake weeks can be massive if you really put the effort in, I want to work this shake release as hard as, if not harder than, any shake release you've ever worked. Now, the timing of this is perfect. The timing of this is perfect, and here's why. The topic of tonight that I really wanted to talk about was how to stay hot during the summer months. How to stay hot in your business during the summer months. Now, traditionally speaking, what you will hear people say is that the summer tends to slow things down. Why does summer tend to slow things down? Just type in the chat box. Why might summer be the cause of a slowdown in your business? Just what might be some of the reasons? I'm just going to pop this up. What might be some of the reasons? So we'll talk about how to stay hot, right? So summer vacation, right? No school, family trips, right? The kids are running around and all these things, right? Kids are at home, right? Basically, so what we're all learning here is that kids ruin your business during the summer. Is that correct? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Okay, basically kids ruin your summer. And so so I think you guys should make your kids go to work this summer. If they're going to be there, you might as well teach them the basics. Teach them prospecting, inviting, and connecting. And shake stand is a great idea, Jess. I love that one. Like, let's get these little guys going, right? If you might as well get a return on your investment for everything you're putting into these children, just to let them take away from your business during the summer. Okay, so these are some of the things that are happening for people where they say, okay, all of these things are happening, right? I don't want to start until after vacation. Kids are home, blah, 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 blah. Here's what I know to be true. Summer is not a slow season. Summer is just a season. Summer is just a set of months. And what's ironic and what's interesting is that you guys just gave voice to objections that, believe it or not, for the most part, don't really exist. You voiced objections that don't really exist. So what happens is we build up the story of, oh, well, kids are out of school, people are on vacation, I don't want to bother them, I'll leave it until a couple weeks later, right? Summer's slow, and we start to condition ourselves to believe that summer is slow. So my first tip, my number one tip on how to stay hot during the summer is stay hot during the summer. Mentally stay hot during the summer. Work your business the same way you would any season. Because let me ask you a question. Just type in the chat box. So there are 4 seasons, right? Summer, fall, winter, spring, right? Summer, fall, winter, spring. Can somebody do me a favor? I'll just wait and just type in the chat box. I'll just wait. Of the 4 seasons, which one is the least busy in people's lives? When is there a season? Of the 4 seasons, when do people not have distractions, not have something going on with their kids, not have something going on with their jobs, not have something going on with their families, not have something going on with relationships, not getting in car accidents, not having plumbing issues at their house, not having, challenges in a relationship? Just, I'll wait. You guys tell me when. Not having earthquakes if you're in Southern California, right, or in Vegas, right? Just tell me which of the 4 seasons. And my guess would be that of the 4 seasons, every day on the calendar of that season is soon or someday, right? Those are all. So those seasons, the seasons of no distractions, also made up of the soon and some days. Guys, as a small business owner and as an entrepreneur, you are always going to dictate. You are always going to be the one that dictates the type of quality you experience in your business, having nothing to do. What's the Frankie Valli reference for? Having nothing to do. Having absolutely, 4 seasons. That's so bad. That's so bad. Shannon, send Eric to timeout. Go to timeout right now. Pick a corner in your house and go to timeout. Everybody tell Eric to go to timeout. That's just terrible. Okay. The kids would be proud of a bad dad joke like that. Okay. So as business owners, it's always, and write this one down. Some of you have heard this before. Some of you haven't. If it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to me. That's for all 4 seasons. That's for all 52 weeks. That's for all 365 days. That's for all 24 hours. That's for all is it 86,400 minutes? Is that what it is, right? All of them, all the time. If it is to be, it's up to me. So the number one way to stay hot during the summer season is to stay hot during the summer season. Because what I know for sure is people who are looking for money, to make more money, don't take seasons off. People who are looking to get healthier and are actually open to a solution don't take seasons off. People who are looking for a transformation, people who are knocking on doors, people who are asking for a gift in their life, people who are praying at night, don't take seasons off. There are no seasons for that. We could survey this group right now. We could survey the however many people are on here. And there's a good chance that you'd have a pretty even distribution of the 4 seasons of when everybody got started. In fact, I'll just point it out right now. Eric and Shannon came in the summer. Pearson and Christine came in the summer. Mandy and Sami came in the winter, right? Right at the end of fall, beginning of winter, right? Sid, summer. You guys tell me, Melissa Valenti, summer, right? I mean, Antonio Sclafani, winter. Ali in the spring, summer. For Crystal, like, okay? So I got started in the summer. So winter, so look at this, guys. So you have all your own evidence, right? So what I really want you to make sure you focus on is stop speaking life into objections that don't exist. Stop speaking life into objections that don't exist and start speaking life into the reality that you want to create. So that when people ask you, how's business, you can affirm it by saying, I have more business than I know what to do with. My business is on fire. We are so hot right now with everything that's happening. I have so many people coming that are interested in me. I don't know how to handle it all. And these are the constant affirmations that you've got to be speaking life into your business constantly, all the time. Now, the second key to having a hot summer is leveraging campaigns and promotions. Now, we're really fortunate, and Isagenix is brilliant to be offering not just a seasonal shake, but such a popular seasonal shake. Here's what I've talked about before. Some of you have heard this training, some of you haven't. There are 2 kinds of, I'm sorry that I'm boring you, Shannon. God, between you and Eric, my gosh. There are 2 kinds of momentums. There's positive momentum, there is negative momentum, right? There is no only positive momentum. We always hear people talking about, like, I want to be in momentum, Most people that say they want to be in momentum are in momentum, they're just going in the wrong direction. Or at least they're going away from where they want to go. So promotions and campaigns. So when a seasonal shake releases, let me ask you guys a question. How much do you think you could ride having a massive week this week? Think about it. How long perpetually could you ride this big week? So if you really dig in for the seasonal shake week, and I don't mean just getting people started on a couple of seasonal shakes, I mean still leading with systems, still setting people up for success. But if you were able to rank advance this week, if you hit the 5-cycle bonus for the first time ever this week and create an extra $250 this week, if you go to 1-star and create an extra $500 this week, right? If you go to 2-star maybe and get an extra $1,000, I don't think it goes as long as 6 months to a year to have this kind of, from a 1 week kind of push, if you will. I don't even like the word push, a 1 week kind of, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, right? Like a really intentional movement in this week. A sprint, thank you, Crystal, that's perfect, right? If we really sprint for this week and really leverage this campaign that's coming out, I think this could potentially pull you through the summer. It really could. It could really pull you through July and then August. Now, the reason that's important is because come September, all the looky-loos, all the people who are going to feed you these BS objections of like, I want to wait until I'm back from vacation, I want to wait until the kids are back in school, guess what? Kids will be back in school, they'll be back from vacation, they'll be ready to get started. But what they won't be is they won't be ready to get started with you if you don't stay in their mind's eye. And the other thing that will happen, quite frankly, is the more you work hard this week, the more you're gonna have quick stories to share. And at the end of the day, facts tell, but stories sell. So the people are gonna join you when they see other people joining you. And so I talked about campaigns. So the seasonal shake is a campaign. And then there's promotions. And guys, I don't know how many of you are really grasping the power of this Crystal Consultant bonus. So imagine just being able to tell the story of, congratulations, my new business partner just made $500 in her first week during the summer. Now, think about the teachers. Think about teachers right now, for example. Teachers who are not in school. And when teachers are not in school, Paige is about to start typing, I can see it. When teachers are not in school, are they getting paid? Paige, type in the chat, or Paige, thumbs up or thumbs down? Are you getting paid when you're out of school? Down, right? It's like the Caesar. Teachers, according to Rome, die during the summer. For summer months, when it comes to a profession like teachers, that sucks up their income. Paige, type in the chat box. What would an extra $500 in a single week do for the average teacher? Think about it. It would be everything. It'd be everything. You know what else can slow down in the summer? Real estate can slow down in the summer, especially right now. If you're paying attention to what's going on in the economy, if you're paying attention to what's going on in the real estate market, some things are changing in that world. You don't think an extra $1,000 or $3,000 a month would make a huge difference to people that you know that are in real estate or mortgage or is there anything like that? Okay, so those are the first two. The third is something I'm going to start talking about a lot. And I'm going to start talking about it a lot, one, for your benefit as an individual human being, and two, for your benefit as a business owner. I am not a doom and gloom person. That's not me. I don't roll that way. But those of you that know me, which I feel like most of you do, I live in reality. And the reality is that every 7 to 10 years, our economy experiences a cycle. It experiences what some might call a contraction or a recession. And if you look at the trends, and if you study business, and if you pay attention to what's going on, a lot of economists and a lot of people that have predicted the last couple of recessions are saying that we're looking at going into a potentially gentle to strong recession starting at the end of this year, 2020. Now, why is it important to you, and why do I care about that to you as an individual business owner? First of all, I don't know what all of your jobs are. I don't know where you work. But what I can tell you is that layoffs are happening. Deutsche Bank just did an $8 billion overhaul. 8,000 jobs just got laid off, or 18,000 jobs gone. So I don't know what kind of career you're in. I don't know all of your careers, but I do know that your position is for the most part potentially replaceable. So for you as an individual, I want you to really, really dig deep and really, really work hard so that if, God forbid, something happens, you're going to be okay. Financially, you'll be okay. And it's going to happen. It's coming. It just is. Now, from a business perspective, a recession, believe it or not, and I don't ever want anyone to hurt, ever, 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 but believe it or not, a recession is a very good thing for your Isagenix business. A small recession or even a somewhat large recession is actually a good thing for your business, and here's why. In recessions, historically speaking, two industries thrive. Two industries thrive. Can anyone tell me what they are? There are two industries, two specific industries that grow. It's not the movie industry. One is network marketing. And the other is education. Two industries guaranteed to spike during a recession is network marketing and education. So obviously we're in network marketing. What I want you guys to start to look at, and don't take my word for it. I want you to start being empowered. Start reading, Google, signs of a recession, things to look for, right? And what I'd recommend doing is I'd recommend starting to integrate some of that conversation and some of what you're learning as a value add to your marketing. Because what you're going to want is, one, you're going to look for early adopters, people who are willing to say, hey, you know what, I want to start working on a plan B right now. I don't know that my job is secure, right? I want a plan B. I want to be able to create some security for my family today. And the other thing you want is you want to be seen as the authority so that if and when something happens and if and when people really require that extra money, you want them to know that you are a person that can help them. You guys feeling this? Just type in the chat box. You guys with me on this? This is a really important time for your business. It's a really important time for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And again, it's important for you as an individual, as a human, obviously, and for you as a business owner. Not that you're not a human as a business owner, but I want you guys to start thinking more broadly. I want you guys to start thinking more. I want you to start thinking bigger. I want you to start thinking beyond a PIB here, a cycle there. I want you to start thinking about, if I don't take action, if I don't take massive action and something does happen to my primary source of income, what's going to happen for me and my family? I want you guys to start to really think about that. If your boss walked into your job in a month or 2 months or 3 months and said, sorry, how much money are you going to have in the bank? Are you putting yourself in a position to be okay? That's a very real question. And statistically speaking, the vast majority of the people that are on this call live and the ones that are watching the recording would be in a really tough spot. If your primary source of income went away right now, most of you would be in a challenging spot. And again, this is not to scare you. And at the same time, I hope it scares you. I hope it does. I hope it really gets you to start thinking about this in a much bigger way. Oftentimes you hear me say things like, dig your well until before the water runs dry. I'm not an economist. I'm not an expert on the economy. I've never predicted a recession in my life, but I know how to study smart people. That is something I'm good at. The well for a lot of people is going to run dry. And it's in the areas that we least expect it this time around. That's just reality. That's just reality. So I really want you guys to start digging a lot deeper. The fourth thing, maybe that was 3, the fourth thing when it comes to having a hot summer is I want you guys to work 10 times harder at getting your team plugged in. Getting your team plugged into the event. This is a very important celebration. This is a very important celebration. Again, think about the season. Think about what I'm talking about. Think about the potential of what's coming. Getting your team to the next event is huge. Getting your team on these Sunday night calls is huge. If they cannot be live, then getting their commitment to watch the recording is imperative. And it's okay to do things like, hey, when will you have a chance to watch the team training, the recording? And if you feel like it was, then great. It was a great call. When will you have a chance to watch it, right? I can watch it Monday. Great. So if we talk on Tuesday, you'll have had a chance to watch it. Maybe we can talk about some of what we both learned and exchange notes. How many of you guys, just type in the chat box, how many of you guys are committed to working a little bit harder to getting your team plugged in? It's just time, guys, that we raise the bar of the conversation. It's time that we raise our level of influence. It's time that we raise our standards in terms of our work rate. It's time that we dig our heels in. It's time that we create the example of what's possible. And it's time that you start to create a safety net for your family and for the other people who are going to start to fall. It's really important. It's a really important time. Really important time. And if you have people in your life that are negative, escort your way away for now. And if you have people in your life that don't understand what you're doing right now, that's okay. Love them from a distance. Nothing wrong. It's okay. It's not about you being right. It's not about you defending what you're doing. It's just about you putting your blinders on, head focused, and saying, I'm unwilling for poop to hit the fan and find myself with nothing. I'm unwilling to put myself and my family in a position to be acting as if I didn't have an opportunity to do something about it. I'm unwilling to be the person that looks at some of my friends and family members and networks and the people that I didn't follow up with. I'm unwilling to be the person that says, man, I see that they just got laid off. I really wish I'd reached out to them. I wonder what could have been. I'm unwilling to be that person. I don't know about you guys, but I'm unwilling. I'm unwilling. That last one that I said, that's the one that I hope really gets you. because I've been there. I've been in the position where I've seen people take hard falls financially. And there were people on my list who I didn't reach out to. And I watched them crash and I go, wow, what if? What if I reached out to them sooner? And we see it on the product side too, don't we? We see it on the health side too. We hear about somebody that drops dead of a heart attack at a very young age. These are the realities, guys. These are just the realities. And there's nothing wrong with talking about the reality. If we don't talk about the reality, how are we going to conquer? We have a lot of problems in the world. We have a lot of challenges in the world. But we also have a lot of solutions. So you can either be a part of the problem or you can be a part of the solution. Type in the chat box. Which part are you going to be? You can be part of the problem, part of the solution. You just type in the chat box. You tell me. I know it's a rhetorical question. I hope it's a rhetorical question. If you're going to be a part of the problem, feel free to log off. Don't plug in. None of that. No, low vibes need not apply. Right? Solution-based. Solution-based. All right. That 30 minutes went by very, very quickly. Very quickly, right? Was that fast? That went by real quickly. Okay. So just to recap real quick and then we'll hop off. Birthday cake re-release. If you work this week really hard, and again, I want to reiterate this week will be a big week for the people that don't just focus on selling a couple of shake canisters here and there. They don't just focus on getting current customers to grab some shakes, but they also focus on rank advancing their team and rank advancing themselves. One of the big mistakes I see during seasonal shake weeks is people get hyper-focused on, yes, you can put the teasers up tonight, hyper-focused on, one shake canister here, two shake canisters here. And what happens is we lose focus on the principles of building the business. And that's a recipe for disaster, both short-term and long-term, okay? So I'll tell you what, Jess. So Sid Lish Sid is excellent at doing this. Sid has a video in the group on how to move somebody who is attracted to a seasonal shake post from the seasonal shake into a complete system. So Sid, I think you're still on here. If you could bump that in the group or repost it in the group, she has a great video on that. So she's excellent at doing that. So we'll leverage that. Your attitude is everything in terms of staying hot. Don't feed objections that don't exist. Stop making excuses for people. People don't need help making excuses. How many of you would agree? Just go like this. How many of you would agree that people just don't need help making excuses? I certainly don't need help making excuses. I'm great at it. We all are. So the last thing we've got to do is to speak life into something negative. We don't want to speak life into what we don't want to have happen. Start speaking life into what you do want to have happen, okay? And then last but not least, just really understanding that a gentle or potentially aggressive recession is looming on the horizon. And there gets to be, if you would like, a willingness to start at least educating yourself and then educating your community and working like your life depends on it because you have no idea. No one has a crystal ball, guys. Nobody has a crystal ball. But what I do know is we might not have crystal balls, but we have magic wands and we can create whatever we want to, whenever we want to, okay? And that's on us. That's on us. It's a big world. There's a lot of challenges. We're not going to fix everything together, but we can fix small pieces. And big things happen when small things get all the love. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you guys soon.